Good morning, 8th graders. So this is where we left off at the end of part 1. You should have finished labeling all of your plates. Now remember, because I know I have a couple friends who don't, but all of this should be complete, not just the side I'm showing you. It's just easier for me to manage half a side in the video. Okay, so that. Have this out in front of you. All of this should be answered as well. We are now moving into, however, part 2, plate boundary mapping of volcanoes. So, the directions state that you will complete the table below and plot 20 active volcanoes on your plate boundary map. Using a red triangle, label the volcanoes. Be sure to add the symbol to your map of key or legend. Use this link, also found in Schoology, to follow to find the 20 volcanoes. So I'm going to click again up here, ignore my mess. So I am in Schoology. This is the plate mapping boundary number 2. This is the link here. So when you click on it, it's going to bring you to a map that looks like this. Okay, so, I'm going to show y'all without having to totally readjust my entire layout. So, it's going to bring you to a map like this. I'm going to recommend just like clicking like in once, just because it'll get you to something you're a little bit more familiar with. Okay, so that all of these are volcanoes, varying in activity. So up here you have your legend. Yellow is unrest, orange is warning minor activity, and red is eruption. So if we go up here to Iceland, because this is kind of a big deal currently, if you go here, you click on that, you're gonna see that it is erupting. Okay, this is where you're gonna find your information. You can also then click on more, and it'll bring you, nope, don't do that. Maybe later. Won't be. But here, so this was updated today at about 11 o'clock, 18 minutes ago, whatever GMT is. Okay, 18 minutes ago. So it is currently erupting. The last update was today on February 9th, 2024. In case you're watching this in the future, I'm just letting you know. So that you have all your information here about kind of what's going on. There have been earthquakes reported, so that the most recent one was yesterday at 6:30 a.m. And it was about a 3.2. Okay, but there has been activity, minorish activity, for a while. You can keep looking there. You can read about the background of this volcano and all this kind of fun stuff. But here is the information I want. So I have this paper open. So last eruption date. It is currently erupting. So I am going to write currently. Okay? So currently. Type of eruption. So this one you might have to do a little bit more sort of reading in order to see what's going on. Let's see what the activity update tells us. Okay, it's essentially eruption reduced, whatever that means, but basically it's just a fissure. So, meaning that it's just kind of spewing. So I'm going to go back here. So it says here a vast fissure system in southwest Iceland. So it is a fissure lava field, hot spring, mud pool, things like that. So however you want to kind of summarize that up. Oh, right here. Typical eruption style is effusive or just lava flows. So that's what I'm going to put in the next one, effusive. Okay, so effusive. The next question is asking for location, which can be a city and state or a country. For some of these, it's just going to be so much easier to write down the country that it is currently active in. And usually that is found around here. So if I just honestly put Southwest Iceland, that would suffice. So Southwest Iceland. And then the last one is the current status. It is currently active. It is erupting. Current status, you can write that here. So, erupting. Okay? So, you're going to do that for about 20 different volcanoes. So then when you hit the back button, you'll come back to the main map. Again, I would just click in once, and you can see, like, there's plenty of things going on all around the world. Okay? You can choose any of those. If you're curious about all of the volcanoes, period, if you click on the green all, you'll see these are all of the volcanoes on our planet. Now, we get into some things. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit more for you. I want to make sure that you can actually see some of these differences. Okay. If you look here, as you get closer, you're going to see things like green and black. Black means that they're totally dormant to dead. So that's kind of cool to see. But what you are more so concerned with, and I'm just going to refresh because it doesn't always reset back the way I like it, are the currently unrest warning and active volcanoes. Okay, so now what does that mean for your map? So I'm looking at this map here. I see it's on Iceland, this little island up here. So I'm going to come back down to this map, readjust it toward, okay, and I need to find Iceland on my map. Now mine happens to be a little covered up by my mid-Atlantic ridge, but you should also see, like, oh, there is something going on here. So right here is Iceland, and in southwest Iceland is this volcano. So in red, I'm going to make my triangle. Okay? Now down here for my key, I'm going to make sure that I add my triangle, and then find my black pen, and write in there volcano. That is what that symbol is representing. Volcano. Okay? So, you need to do this for 20, which is all of these boxes, volcanoes, and then you need to get all 20 as well plotted on your map. Remember, you are not just doing the Western Hemisphere, you are also doing the Eastern Hemisphere as well. Everything should be completed, labeled, identified, all that fun jazz. Okay? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your teachers, and we would love to help you out. Fantastic. Thank you.